Time to quickly go around the country and knock off 3 teams here on In the Paint on CBSSports.com. Of course, that with Bill Raftery. I'm Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you, folks. And let's get right into it. 3 quick hit teams, and here we're going to start with Memphis. Bill, are you ready for this?
I'm all set.
Yeah, I know you are. You're always
Give it
ready.
to me.
You're always ready. Here we go. Memphis. Let's start with them. Undefeated. Arizona. Play them this weekend. Beat them. Of course, Conference USA is something that can be talked about throughout the rest of the college basketball season. Will the Tigers go undefeated if they win this weekend? That's not the question here. What most impresses you about the number 2 team in the country?
Well, Derrick Rose has the same impact in the collegiate basketball circles as you have in the broadcasting industry. He's come out of the gate strong. A very talented performer. It's been great to watch this kid. We talk about athleticism, his ability to get by people and find people, but this is a terrific basketball team. Chris Douglas-Roberts is having a great year. He's a guy that can mix his game up. He's the total package, really understands the game. He's very good around the rim. We've seen him shoot threes. He's a good passer. He uses the dribble beautifully. And Dorsey underneath is just a monster. I mean, if he doesn't get in foul problem, I don't see anybody, particularly in the conference, able to beat this team. Now, we know Arizona's coming up, and that's a key game for them. I don't think the conference is as strong as some of the others, so they may be able to roll the dice here, roll the table.
Houston, the other team that people bring up in the conference, especially with that win over Kentucky and Tom Pender's squad, but that they'll meet in about 4 weeks. We'll talk about Houston and Memphis a little bit later down the road. Let's get into Stanford. I know you like the Pac-10 as the best conference in college basketball. Brook Lopez, he's been back 2 games. The Cardinal won both. Just how good will they be with their big man back?
Well, I think everything's in place now. You know, Trent Johnson, you have a team that you practice, you really understand what you want to have done, and all of a sudden one of your key guys is out. I watched that Texas Tech game. They played man, they put a little bit of zone. They got in some foul trouble a little early in the game, but Anthony Goods is a solid player. They really do a nice job of setting up the offense. They do a lot of 1-4 things off the top, slide the big guys underneath. You know, they're going to get better, and I think that's what you have to do in this conference. I'm going to have them a little later in the month at Oregon, and I think that'll be a terrific basketball game because we know how talented Oregon is. But this is a team potentially that can sneak in there and be a factor in the top 5 in that conference.
And of course, Brook also has his twin brother Robin in the middle as well. So it is a combo inside Oregon. Of course, its own problems with Ernie Kent with that loss to Oakland, but they'll get things back going. All right, one more team here. Let's stay out west. Let's go Mountain West Conference. BYU, Bill. They haven't been ranked this early in a season since Danny Ainge was wearing those short shorts. So, I know, I thought you'd appreciate that. This team, very good team, but what do people need to focus on when talking about BYU?
Well, I think we all know Trent Plaisted is an outstanding performer. He had good numbers last year. He has good numbers this year. I think the key to this team, Kumar, the outside shooting, Tabanari, I hope I'm saying the name right.
You got it right.
This is a team that outside. Sam Burgess is another guy that can shoot it. I think they have a nice complement of power and some finesse as well. And you know, David Rose has won 2, I think, back-to-back Coach of the Years in the Mountain West. So, I mean, he knows what to do, and they seem to have the pieces to do it.
As long as he doesn't bring back the Danny Ainge shorts, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. Hey, by the way, I was out there years ago when Danny Ainge was playing, and we played the Constellation, which is typical of our team when I coached them. And they were down by 20 at halftime. And we're in the hallway, and Ainge said, we're going out there and we're going to win this game. They did. They went out. It was a UTEP team. Don Haskins was the coach. We all know what a great defensive team they were, and a defensive coach he was. They went out and they won the game going away. That's how tough Danny Ainge was when he was a collegiate player.
So what you're saying is you'll be talking to Danny Ainge very soon about joining the Boston Celtics on their coaching staff, is what you're saying.
No, I think Doc's all right. I think he's a good position. Just get Garnett the ball at crunch time.
That's it. That's all you need to do. All right, Bill, thank you very much, sir. Have a very happy new year, and we'll see you next week.
You too, Jace. Look forward to it.
All right, folks, that's it for the quick hits version of In the Paint. But for the full version, to see the full timeout and the full scope, and to see what Bill thinks about Eddie Sutton returning to college basketball, be sure to check that out on CBSSports.com. For Bill Raftery, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.